The crimson sky of planet Vexor painted an ominous backdrop as Lisa materialized from her spacecraft. Her silver armor gleamed under the dual suns, each plate embedded with technology far beyond Earth's comprehension. She was a Vexorian elite warrior, trained from birth in combat that had conquered 17 galaxies. Her people considered humans primitive, barely evolved creatures who had only recently mastered space travel. Lisa's mission was simple: eliminate the human warrior, who had been disrupting Vexorian mining operations in the Andromeda sector. Intelligence reports described him as dangerous, but Lisa had laughed at the assessment. How dangerous could a human possibly be? She surveyed the desolate battlefield, a canyon stretching endlessly in both directions. Rocks and debris littered the ground, remnants of previous conflicts. Then she saw him. Vin Diesel stood at the opposite end of the canyon, his muscular frame silhouetted against the alien horizon. Unlike Lisa's sophisticated armor, he wore simple tactical gear, weathered and dust-covered. A plasma rifle hung across his back, and his eyes held a calculating intensity that made Lisa pause for just a moment. "You must be the human pest," Lisa called out, her voice amplified by her helmet's speakers. "I almost feel sorry for you. Surrender now, and I'll make your death quick." Vin Diesel didn't respond immediately. He studied her, assessing every detail of her armor, the energy weapons at her sides, the confidence in her posture. When he finally spoke, his voice was calm, almost conversational. "You know what I've learned fighting across the galaxy," he said. "Technology doesn't win battles. Warriors do." Lisa laughed, the sound echoing across the canyon. Primitive philosophy from a primitive species. She activated her armor's combat mode, energy shields shimmering to life around her body. "Let me show you the difference between us." She moved with blinding speed, her enhanced exoskeleton propelling her forward faster than any human should be able to track. Energy blades extended from her gauntlets as she closed the distance, already imagining her victory report. But Vin Diesel wasn't there. He had moved at the last possible second, rolling sideways with practiced precision. Lisa's blades struck empty ground, sending sparks flying. Before she could recalibrate, something struck her shield from behind, a precisely thrown piece of debris that disrupted her energy field for a fraction of a second. "Impossible," Lisa muttered, spinning around. Humans weren't supposed to be this fast. Vin Diesel had already taken cover behind a large boulder. "You rely too much on that armor," he called out. "Makes you predictable." Frustration crept into Lisa's movements. She fired her wrist-mounted plasma cannon at the boulder, obliterating it in a shower of molten rock. But again, Vin Diesel had moved, using the attack's light to obscure his repositioning. The battle became a deadly dance. Lisa possessed superior technology, strength, and speed. But Vin Diesel had something she hadn't anticipated: adaptability. He used the terrain like an extension of his body, every rock and crevice becoming a tool or weapon. He didn't fight her technology directly. Instead, he exploited its limitations when Lisa's energy shields recharged, making her temporarily invulnerable. He didn't waste ammunition. When she used her enhanced speed, he anticipated her patterns, laying traps in her projected path. When she activated her targeting systems, he moved in ways that confused her sensors. Unpredictable. Creative, human. "You're just delaying the inevitable," Lisa shouted, her composure cracking. She had been fighting for 20 minutes now, longer than any battle in her career. This human should have been dead within seconds. Vin Diesel emerged from behind cover, his plasma rifle aimed at her chest. "Maybe," he acknowledged, "but every second I delay is a second my people use to evacuate the mining station." The words hit Lisa like a physical blow. This entire battle was a diversion. While she had been focused on eliminating one warrior, hundreds of humans had been escaping right under her fleet's sensors. Rage consumed her tactical thinking. Lisa charged forward, abandoning strategy for raw power. Her armor's servos whined at maximum output as she unleashed everything plasma fire. Energy blades, kinetic strikes, and that's when Vin Diesel struck. He had been watching, learning, waiting for this exact moment. In her fury, Lisa had forgotten the fundamental rule of combat: emotion clouds judgment. As she attacked with wild abandon, he moved with surgical precision. A perfectly placed shot hit the cooling vent. On her armor's back, a weakness she didn't even know existed until his bullet exploited it. Her systems began to fail. The energy shields flickered and died. Her enhanced strength faded. Suddenly, Lisa was just a warrior in heavy, unpowered armor. Facing a human who had survived through skill alone, she collapsed to her knees, smoke rising from her damaged suit. Vin Diesel approached cautiously, rifle still trained on her. "How?" she gasped. "How did you know?" "I watched you fight," he replied simply. "Every warrior has a tell, a weakness. You just had to show me yours." He paused, then added, "Your people made a mistake. You assumed humans were weak because we don't have your technology. But we've survived because we adapt, because we learn, because we never give up." Lisa looked up at him with new understanding. Her people had underestimated humanity, and she had paid the price. As Vin Diesel's backup arrived in the distance, she realized that perhaps the primitive species wasn't so primitive after all. The human warrior had taught the alien conqueror a lesson she would never forget. Victory belongs not to the most advanced, but to the most determined.